everyone, good evening. I'm Chief Meteorologist Darrell Winninger from the Central Oregon Daily Weather Center, and across the high desert we go into an active weather pattern tonight. That means some big changes are on the way, and it's going to be even more than just cooling down and getting a little bit of rain. So let's go ahead and take a deep dive into your most reliable forecast. We'll talk about what's happening today and what's going to happen tonight all the way through this weekend with back-to-back systems impacting the Pacific Northwest. We have some big changes, so that rain and snow shower activity actually start up tonight. We're going to call this Weather's March Madness because there are so many changes that you'll want to pay attention, especially if you're planning on doing any traveling through the passes, because heavy mountain snow is expected. Now, when we go ahead and just look at the winter storm impact, we do have moderate to some areas of heavy impacts through the next 3 days because of these back-to-back systems that will be rolling through. So let's go ahead and start off with the National Weather Service. They've issued a series of winter weather advisories, and they go into effect 5 p.m. Wednesday, so tomorrow evening. Tonight's portion of this system isn't going to bring much in the way of precipitation or snow totals, but it will still bring precipitation and gusty winds, and that goes through 11 p.m. Thursday. So even on Thursday, we're still looking at heavy mountain snow and some snow in our lower elevations. But right here, when we look at some of the details, we're talking 4 to 8 inches above 4,000 feet. And what that really means for us is not only are we looking at some of that accumulating snow, but we're also actually expecting like 12 plus inches in some locations. We're going to have some of those forecast models here through the next few minutes, but for right now, we're just going to focus on what's been happening today. A quick look outside shows that there's a lot of cloud cover over the high desert. We don't see any precipitation falling, and it doesn't really look like we've gotten anything off in the distance or any of the lenses wet. But when we focus on our travel conditions, dry roads and no shadows, so a whole lot of cloud cover. And even in our passes, we've had some showers pushing up to the crest of the Cascades, but it's not that bad right now. In fact, satellite and radar shows that most of the scattered shower activities along the I-5 corridor, so not quite near us, but that is going to be changing through the next several hours. Looking at a little bit more at the bigger picture, it's been cloudy, and it looks like the bulk of this precipitation is still well out over the Pacific Ocean, past where we have radar capability. And so when we look at the bigger picture, we can see where this low pressure is just offshore, and it looks like it's been intensifying through the last several hours and not quite done yet. Looking even more at the broader picture, there's a low that's moving into Southern California. It's really not going to affect us, but when we go ahead and turn the globe and look further out over the Pacific Ocean, south of the Aleutian Islands, that's where there's another system, and that one is going to, in turn, come into the Tri-County area. So let's look at our forecast model. Between now and 11 o'clock, these showers roll over the crest of the Cascades and start to push through our Tri-County area. And by 11 o'clock, we're looking at times of a little bit of in and out cloud cover. And that's going to be the case through the rest of the night. Some rain and snow showers, periods of winds getting breezy at times and times of clearing. And then by Wednesday, that cold front starts to push through the Pacific Northwest. Now we're going to go from snow in the Cascades to rain in the lower elevations, but it doesn't stay rain for very long. Remember that winter weather advisory goes into effect at 5 p.m. tomorrow, and about that time we start to see our transition from rain to snow with the lower elevations continuing to get accumulations in the higher elevations. During this time, winds are just going to get gusty, and we have some graphics to show that coming up in a little bit too. By Thursday, we start to clear out through the morning, but then that reinforcing cold front rolls in. Remember, colder air mass, a little bit more precipitation, and so that means some snow showers are expected even by Thursday afternoon and evening. And during that time, we're looking at temperatures in the lower 40s and some 30s. And then Friday, another system rolls in, first bringing snow through the early morning hours, and then that transitions to rain and snow showers, so back to a wintry mix. And then by Saturday, we're still not done with the active weather pattern. So a lot of precipitation is on the way and much cooler temperatures. Between now and Friday at 11 p.m., we're looking at some accumulating snow even in our lower elevations. So let's take it little by little at first. Between now and 7 a.m., mostly rain, a little bit of mountain snow. through the rest of Wednesday, we're looking at some rain and snow showers afternoon going into the evening hours and a little bit more mountain snow, but it's still going to be a lot wetter on Wednesday. Fast forward to Thursday at 11 p.m. and at that time, that includes Wednesday night, we're looking at some light totals in our lower elevations, a trace to 4 inches, and then in the highest elevations, that pink, where the pink and purple meet, that's 12 inches, so 12 plus inches through the Cascades, but it's still not done because that next system rolls in, bringing even more mountain snow. So by the time we wake up on Friday, we could have to break out the shovel, if not later on in the day on Friday. So another blast of winter is expected. Now, when it comes to temperatures, we've seen temps today topping out in the 50s. Across the high desert, they're still in the 50s through our Tri-County area. And then looking at the temperature change, it's about where it was this time yesterday. So here through tonight, we fall into the 30s with some 40s. Temperatures don't go very far in the next 24 hours because by tomorrow, we're topping out on either side of 50 degrees. Meanwhile, it's already been gusty. Those gusts between 20 and 30 miles per hour. Actual wind speeds are more like 15 to 20 miles per hour coming out of the west and southwest. So it's been getting gusty at times. Now tonight, those winds are going to be tapering off, but it's going to be another breezy afternoon through Wednesday with that rain rolling through and even stronger winds on Thursday. So we're continuing to track all of the different facets of this incoming active weather pattern. Snow, heavy snow in the Cascades, snow in our lower elevations, rain all across the area, strong winds and a big drop in temperature. So for tonight, we're talking temps in lows in the 30s with a few 40s. It's going to be chilly and some snow showers, just not much sticking. By Wednesday, we're looking at highs in the 40s with some 50s possible. So either side of 50 degrees. And that active weather pattern continues through Sunday. Even Monday, a few more rain and snow showers. Winds are going to get gusty at times, and hopefully we get enough clearing Thursday night, that break between systems, that the visibility of the lunar eclipse is improved. But even on St. Paddy's Day on Monday, we still have this chance of some rain and snow showers across the high desert before we dry out and clear out Tuesday of next week. So that is the latest in weather. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments section below. But here is one more look at your headlines for Tuesday, March the 11th. Rain and snow showers start tonight. Weather's March Madness is going to be all the way through this week. We're talking rain, heavy mountain snow, winter weather advisories that go into effect tomorrow evening, stronger winds expected, and slick conditions on our roads, definitely including those passes. Join us tonight at 5 and 11 on ABC and at 6, 7, and 11 on CBS. Well, the latest headlines in your news and your full and most reliable forecast. We'll see you then.